Hmm. Apologies, everybody. It looks to be we had a few technical difficulties, but we're on the air. Welcome back, and I believe we're in picture. Let me get to. I just want to focus on the match. This is very unfortunate, but I can't just. There we go. There we go. Okay. So basically, we just had some really excellent work between Pac and Danielson. Danielson, if you don't know, if you didn't watch the pay per view, by the way, I'm the Transformational Scientist. Hello, everybody. And again, we are at, what is this? Not beach, it is Beach Break. So, welcome back to AEW's Beach Break coming out of Chicago. We're starting off with an interview. We had, I hear the man in the mask and Paz talking about Wu-Tang. Unfortunately, if you don't have if you don't watch through Triller TV, you're not able to hear the slightly silly banter that takes place between Taz and our man, the man in the mask. We got chops coming from Pac to Danielson outside of the ring, bringing Danielson back into the ring. In case you don't know, Danielson took a lot of damage at the pay per view. He is an amazing seller. If you were watching at the time, it would have looked like Danielson was just a wreck. And he may be, he may not be. He has commented about his neck, and he's given a story of his neck being the major issue affecting him. And we're seeing a continuation of that tonight here on the pay per view. Not pay per view, sorry, Dynamite. Taz is theorizing that Pac and Shingo may have had a little conversation, Pac doing what he can to figure out how to get Danielson. Pump kick straight to the face. Oof, right on the jaw. And Pac goes for a cover. Danielson has to push out at two, spending so much energy. The audience is trying to will Danielson to get up off the mat. Ooh, kicks to the chest, and it looks like we're coming back from pay-per-view. Oh. Mocking Danielson, the audience is just saying no. We're getting a message about from Tony Khan. Oh, got an arm breaker on over the shoulder from Danielson to Pac. It looked like Pac thought he had him. He flipped him, going for a suplex, but Danielson just landed on his feet and gave him a big old kick to the side of his head. Looks like the right side of Danielson's face is just hurting. The shoulder area, the whole back. You see the cups all over Danielson. And you may have missed it, but there's a larger white man in the front row wearing a big black and jack shirt. I'm impressed. I hope he's got a little bit of Negro in him. Kicks to Danielson the Pac. The Pac rolls out of it, gets onto the floor, giving Danielson a chance for a sliding drop kick, but Pac is not there. Just walks away. Danielson, though, comes back with a big knee, a big berserker knee to Pac's head as Pac was turning back to the ring. Very nice. And look at this spell from Pac. Just straight to the ground. It looks like he's being brutalized. Kicks in the corner from Danielson to Pac's chest. with the ref screaming at Danielson, get it back in the effing ring. But Danielson winds up. Oh, big kick from Pac. Both men down on the ground, trying to recover. Pac's getting on Barry the Barricade. Are they going to go for a moonsault? Oh, straight elbow. Straight elbow to Danielson. Pac's springboard off the top rope. Another elbow. Danielson slowly getting up, still holding on to that right neck. Pac's got Danielson into a power driver position. Straight power driver to Danielson's head. 1, 2, 2. Just 2, everybody. 1, he's going for the pin attempt again. Just 2. Third time, still he's got 2. And Pac is looking really upset. He's a little pissed off. Pushing back the ref a little bit, saying, what are you doing? Get that 3 for me, sir. And Danielson uses the opportunity while Pac is a bit distracted, brings him in, and he's got a cross face on Pac. Pac looks like he wants to do a tag, but Pac's got more heart than that. He's tenacious. We know that this is not going to be enough to get Pac down. Well, it looks like Kaz also believes and is using the word tenacity. Pac makes it to the rope, just getting his toes onto that bottom rope. And that looks like it took a lot of Danielson. He's still going back to that right shoulder, that right neck area. He's taking a lot of punishment. If you notice, kinesio tape is just all over the area, trying to open up the muscles. We get a nice chop kick combination from Danielson to Pac in the corner. Danielson gets out of it, going for something across the ring, but Pac chases him and gives him an elbow. And Danielson comes back, delivers a flying knee straight into Pac's chest. Danielson's got a lot of heart here. Even with him being all broken down, you can see that he still has energy. Just look at him. Look at how he sells. It's not just about going from motion to motion to motion. He does not forget to remind you that he is hurting. Reality or not, it makes you believe what is going on. Pac notices that Danielson climbs to the top rope and knocks the leg out from underneath him, so Danielson falls onto the top rope. As we all know, wrestlers do not wear cups, so let's take balls into the turnbuckle. No one likes balls in the turnbuckle. Well, some people like balls in the turnbuckle. But that's a specialized fetish. You gotta go to certain places like that. Whoa, we get an avalanche suplex to Pac. To Danielson straight to the mat. But will Pac get over in time to get the pin? He slowly crawls over against Danielson. 1, 2. Does he get it? No. Danielson still has a little bit of energy, but how to do it? The replay of that suplex from the top rope to the ring apron. Beautiful. Another way of looking at it. And it looks like Pac's going on the top. Will he get the black arrow on this? Oh! So rare that we see that move. That looked brutal. He took that on the whole chest area. Danielson brilliantly fell and trying to get back up, fall up. He's not. Big knee from Danielson to the impact. I think that's right. Danielson falling over, trying to inch by inch get over the Pac. 1, 2, does he get it? No, we get it. Oh, I don't even know what this is. We get a brutalizer? This is the brutalizer. This really locked in. Oh, is this going to be it? Danielson can't get anywhere. Is this going to be an upset? What? Is this going to be an upset? really trying to get over, but he got back into a position. Counted had to break the move. Now Danielson position of his own. But Pat gets out of it. 1, 2. Oh my gosh! And Danielson gets it. Oh, we're always going to take class when it comes to Danielson. Lesson B, ladies and gentlemen. Lesson B. Woo! We have second Dave Roberts from Lafayette. But I had my visitor today, and I got a lot of wrestling over the weekend. I mentioned earlier, and I'll take a moment now. Oh, we're getting a review of who we are going to see. So we already said back then to the next. All right, so we still have to see who Jeff Jarrett is going to go against. We have the finals, Will Knight, Statlander. Oh, spoiler. They're putting Will Nightingale and Chris Statlander on Rampage. They're putting them on Rampage. Tony Khan, do you not understand what you have with Willow? That's a bit on a t-shirt. Stuff happens. Oh, it's being real about what depression is. Get points for smiling. Keep going. She has a good mindset. She is someone. But 2 time. 2 time Willow. Because nothing matters. Nothing matters small anyway. Tony fucking Khan. Excuse my language, everybody. And I don't know. It's like cause issues. Like, how does he not understand what he has with Willow? How is he putting Willow and Chris Statlander on Rampage? Like, this is ultimately the fall to the feud, and this is it. I don't think ultimately that the women revolution is taking place with the blessing of Tony Khan. I think it's happening in spite of Tony Khan. Look at that promo. Look at what we just got from Willow. That is so powerful. I'm right now saying I don't want Mariah May. I'm hoping that they do something with the story after Mariah May. Yes, I would imagine that they would do it after Toni Storm loses her belt. Ooh, that would be very interesting. Because imagine this: if Willow wins and gets the world champion, the women's world, the world champion. Don't put women in it. But if she gets the world's championship and knocks Tony down a peg and puts her in a bad spot, and it may be partially due to Mariah May, or at the very least, Mariah May kicks her while she's down. Then you could have Mariah May become a heel, Tony be the ultimate good guy, and have Willow like sailing off into the sunset. All right, if you had that, then it would make the Rampage thing even slightly okay, but at the same time, no. Willow and Chris Statlander deserve to be at least on Collision. But with what Willow brings to the table, and I was there in Long Island and listened to how loud that crowd was for her. This should be a match on Dynamite. Who are we getting tonight? I'm curious to see. I'm curious to see. Anyway, so sorry about that. Oh, and as I mentioned earlier, I had some technical difficulties at the beginning of this stream. I will be coming out with a kind of a travelogue version of my review for AEW's Forbidden Door. So please keep an eye out for that. That will be coming down the pipe very, very soon. No worries, sir. No worries. Once again, we're slowly building things up, and I gotta admit myself, I haven't done a lot to champion the channel. I haven't like even reached out to some of the people that I know have voiced interest in watching along. That's going to change now that I have things a bit more streamlined. Hopefully, my audio sounds pretty decent. I've been working on getting this little bad boy working. It's a fancier Audio Technic mic versus the one that I use normally. But it takes a lot of tuning and figuring out. In fact, I'm not getting levels on it at the moment, so I'm hoping that the sound's okay. Let's check it anyway. How are you doing? Yeah, the level seems to be good, and we have the adjust on it, so it should be fun. All right, we're back. Looking at the six-way ladder match at Forbidden Door. Brutal, brilliant, ridiculous. Multi-man. Oh, I am the table. That was just ridiculous. That what do they call that? They drill her into the ladder. Jay doesn't give it. Jay doesn't give it. Jay does not give it. I love the way Scapegoat stepped up off of Jay to climb the ladder. People like love him, hate him. Jack Perry is over. In-ring promo. Need more of these on Dynamite. What's going on, baby? Them boys. Yeah, Briscoe in the ring. That's the promo. Them boys. Them boys. Ah, I wonder why they do call it chicken. That was last week. Oh, do not look behind you. That's right. Look forward. What? 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 All right. Jack Perry into the ring just took out Mark Briscoe using his newly won very beautiful. That TNT title is just gorgeous. Oh, but we have Kyle O'Reilly coming in. Good kick to the chest on Jack Perry. Another kick. Look at how Kyle O'Reilly just slices up Jack Perry. He like slowly waits for it. Oh, but we got Okada coming into the ring. Rainmaker! And a beautiful smile on Okada. Matthew and Nicholas out on the stage. Matthew looking very, sorry, Nicholas looking very nice with that yellow-black combination. I keep thinking of BTE. That's right, EVP trigger. They just did an EVP trigger on Mark Briscoe with Matthew doing laps. Interesting. We have the Acclaim coming out. Billy Gunn barely able. Please don't put Billy Gunn in Blood and Guts. Please. He would work in Blood and Guts. That would actually be a match he would work in. Looks pretty good in pink. Okada is doing his scratching. If you watch the pay-per-view, Okada was hilarious. I don't know. Listen, every time I see Okada on the stage, he just pops me big time. Please don't tell me it's going to be the Elite and Mark Briscoe. Like, actually, sorry, I shouldn't do that. We have a backstage promo with Tony Storm, Mariah May. Luther is wonderful. Look at the faces he gives. They have a poor mix right here. It's hard to hear what they're saying. Defecate lightning? Why do people think that this is a sexual love? Oh, wait, are we getting Statlander and Willow tonight? Oh, okay. Bless my heart. I was thinking if this was going to be on Rampage, that would be ridiculous. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Thank you, thank you. I was wrong. I was absolutely wrong. We're not getting a lot of reaction for Chris Statlander. Oh, and even before we begin, we have Statlander charging up the ring. Willow noticing it, and they get throwing some bombs at each other. Willow looks very good. Oh, a pounce! A pounce! Rolling Statlander all the way down the ring, the ramp into the ring. Willow's looking very good in the powder. There's a lavender-ish body outfit. Statlander, she's just knocking Statlander into the ring apron. Not the hardest part of the ring. I want to say one more time, Willow looks very, very, very good tonight. This gave a snap suplex to Chris Statlander. Statlander already looks like her back is hurting. Hopefully, this is not going to be a very quick match. I want to see this go a good period of time. Give them 8-10 minutes. Don't break it up with a picture-in-picture. What are we getting this at? 30 minutes in, second match of the night? Okay, fair enough. No, nice little round punch. Round punches from Willow, 2 in a row to Statlander. Chop sending Statlander down to the ground. Trying to get a "Let's Go Willow" chant going. Statlander head getting pounded into the ring turnbuckle. Ooh, and Statlander gouged the eyes out of Willow. Statlander got a little caught up off of the second rope, but she ended up giving a nice little block. It's not really more of a pounce, but a reverse pounce, if you will, off of the second rope. And we're already in picture-in-picture. That's hurtful. That's hurtful right there. Thankfully, a chop into Willow's breast. Not even a chest, like straight into her breast. That has to hurt. That one was into the chest. You heard the thud of it. Now elbows from Statlander to Willow in the corner. Who comes out with, kick to the back from Statlander to Willow. Statlander goes, and Statlander only gets basically a 1.5 off of that. Willow with a punch, but Statlander gives another one to Willow, knocking Willow to the second rope. Lifting her up again, Statlander gives her a choke using her leg extended into the side of the turnbuckle. Another chop for Statlander after Willow tries pushing away. Statlander whipping Willow into the corner. And the crowd is now coming up to boo Statlander. That's the power of having someone go against Willow. They are automatically 10 times the heel. And then, like lifting Willow up off the mat, Statlander pushes her back into the corner. Hard to the corner again, but Willow comes back with a clothesline. Another clothesline. More of a lariat on those last two. Willow picks her up for a slam, but Statlander gets out of it, and a straight kick to the side of Willow's head. 1, 2, 2. No. Willow gets her shoulder up and out of it. You can see Willow's been knocked. And Statlander puts Willow into head scissors. Looks like we have the added benefit of keeping Willow straight into, instead of keeping the leg scissors, she goes into a headlock, a rear chin lock, I should say. Now the crowd has got some voice to it. It's got some bass. They're screaming. They want Willow. The Willow reverses this into a pin attempt. Statlander has to get out of it. Statlander straight punches, pounding Willow into the back. We got Stankley in the background. In fact, I'm calling Statlander Stanklander from here on out. It's Stanklander and Stankley. Looks like, oh my God, that was that a chop or an elbow? That was loud as we come back from picture-in-picture. Willow, that was like a good 3 minutes that were just totally in picture-in-picture. Willow with a straight mule kick to Statlander, knocking her on the ground. Got a double reversal. Looks like Statlander was thrown out of the ring. Still on the apron, though, gave a neck breaker into Willow, a chop after pulling her out on the apron with her. Doing chops back and forth with Willow and Statlander. But no, here it looks like Willow has gotten the upper hand. Willow misses one, holding on to the top turnbuckle, and Statlander's trying as hard as she can to get a suplex from Willow off the apron to the floor. Willow elbows her way out of it. Statlander straight to the ground. Not a very big fall, but it had a lot of impact. It had a lot of impact. And it's like Willow, Statlander is in a little bit of trouble. Willow smiling, got a cannonball off on from the apron onto Chris Statlander, getting Chris Statlander back into the ring. Willow climbing up to the second rope with a drop kick. Woo! We got a more of a running two. She tries coverage. She only gets a two. Willow only gets the two. And Stanky is happy about that. She had a running clothesarm, knocking Willow to the ground. That set up a whole sequence where ending up with the pin attempt. Looks like a page with a power bomb, but Statlander is elbowing her way out of it, kick straight to the midsection of Willow. Oh, beautiful scissors kick on Willow, knocking her down. Got a 2 count. But Willow is still fighting. German suplex straight on to the neck and head of Willow. Statlander is getting up. Is she going to go for another suplex? Willow is trying to elbow her way out of it, but Statlander is still muscling Willow around with her power. Something's going on here, people. I'm a little scared. We got Willow and Nightingale. We got a German suplex from the second ring rope from Willow to Statlander. And Willow is got this crown in the palm of her hand. Back to the second rope. Oh! The Statlander comes back with a punch straight to Willow's head. Off the ropes, Statlander comes back with a kick to Willow's head. It looks like she's got her in that position for final. But we got different pin attempts, 1 and 2 from Statlander to Willow, then Willow to Statlander. Looks like a disco lariat from Statlander, but Willow gets into a position where Willow was on her shoulders. Statlander was on her shoulders, I should say. But Statlander now has Willow up, drives her down with a nice slam. 1, 2. Wait, just at 2.99, we got Willow kicking out of it. Not always a kick out, is it? She got her elbow up, ladies and gentlemen. But I don't think we ever say she elbowed her way out of it. Oh, Stankley, it looks like he has quite some. So Statlander is distracting the referee. Willow picks up the chain. I didn't want to see it win on a roll-up, but I'm glad that it was at least done out of the attempted sheet. I feel like that could have been done a little bit stronger. Just allow them to go out there and do their part. However, Willow is the right person to win it. And the fact that it looks like Statlander was trying to keep picking up the metal chain in order to punch. Apologies, everybody. Like I said, so yes, even though I would have liked to have seen that one more decisive, they could have just let them fight. I understand it. Heels are going to keep. Oh, so we got a backstage from everybody. Let's focus in. God damn, Satnam Singh is a gigantic. Yeah, just chat, walk off, too emotional. So Jay's gonna do a little talking for him. Jay Lethal looks very, very good. All right. Yeah, yeah, no worries, sir. Trust me, I will be working to promote a little bit more now that I have things at a bare minimum. Uh, we have the mic set up, we have the lights going. Hopefully, everything looks good. I could do with a little bit of powder. Long day, long effing day. But still, I think everything looks just about right. It's about at a place where I can feel confident having things going moving forward and stating to people like we'll be trying some new different things here. And no worries, sir, no worries. In fact, if you wish to, please just enjoy the other stream. But I appreciate your time and effort in supporting the people that you do, Robert. You're a good person. And I'm doing pretty good. Things have been looking up. I went out to what's called a munch. If anybody's in any form of kink community, FetLife, if you've ever heard about it, they have these events where people get together. And I'm just tired of my whole life is basically revolved around my great grandmother. I absolutely love her, not complaining about it. But after a year and a half of a lot of dedicated service, I realized my circle of friends is pretty small. So I went out to a group. It's a caretaker. Daddy is a bit too male specific, so it's a caretaker, little, middle, big lunch, and it was good. I met some very interesting people. I got to converse and see different individuals in my particular area of life, and met someone from England, or sorry, from London. No, excuse me. I should say I met somebody from the UK who was a cognitive neuroscience person, whereas I'm behavioral neuroscience. So that was fun. We had a moment of talking to each other and good conversations. Got to talk about my family, and when I talk about my family and my life, it's pretty deep, but I don't really shy away from it because it's my life. What am I going to do? So it was nice meeting other people who understand and can relate, and also share what they're going through. Because for me, man, like I pay attention to the struggles and strife that people go through, and it's not really something that affects me emotionally. I understand that sometimes people just want to be witnessed. It doesn't always have to be that you have to, people don't always, when they're explaining that they're going through problems, need other people to, try to solve those problems. And as a man, as a male, one of my biggest issues has been at times like wanting to solve problems for other people versus knowing when to just listen. So I've taken to actually say, what would you like from me here? Do you want me to just listen, or are you looking for solutions? Action! The wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. For anybody that does not know, we had Britt Baker, Dr. DMD, come out at the pay-per-view. It was really in the pay-per-view itself. It was that third match between her and the CEO. It was a double turn. If that turn maybe the company go to the field, it was definitely behind the CEO, Mercedes Moné. At the end of that match, it flipped around. It had flipped around, and Mercedes Moné was so much the heel in that situation, which was perfect. I don't know if they had set it up, but if they had it, someone must have called it audible. They brought out Britt Baker at that moment. It was perfect. Perfect. Now, people are commenting on how Britt Baker looks like she's in a very, very good form. It does look like she is, as we look at, she got a nice perfection of all between Britt Baker and Shivani. She used to not like, she used to give Shivani quite a rough time. So this is it. We got to see Britt Baker speak for the first time in a long time. Oh, by the way, Past, present, future. Past is a lesson. Present is a gift, and the future is motivation. She's been away for 10 months. Yes. All right. All right. On later. But was she really good? Yeah. We are TIA. Transit ischemic attack. She had a mini stroke, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like people are being pissed off at other people in the crowd. And look, these wrestlers, they fight and they fight and they fight, but sometimes you have to sit back and just relax. One person was trying to do a what chant, and they shut that bitch down. We got an "I love you" Brit from the crowd. Someone is really working to make this about themselves. It sounds like a man. What a douche. I like this style of promo. She's just talking to us. Where's the motivation? Hmm. I feel a little emotional. I know what it's like to live through suffering, blistering pain. 6 years. I was just talking to someone about this. In fact, last night at the munch. Ooh, we're good. We're moving on to Miss CEO. Yeah. Mm, good little whack on having CEO being primed with the music. It's a great. It's a with three letters. All right, so we got a car on a big screen. After reminding everybody about DMD, I like that. I like that pan in shot on the legs and up onto Mercedes Monet, two belt Mercedes. Did they change those tag team belts? All right, so it looks like we're gonna have a face to face. A little bit clunky. I like what they're trying to do here. They got a shot from the outside, got a little bit of the interplay, and now we're moving into the ring. This is a dick move, ladies and gentlemen. This is a dick move. We got balloons coming out, the CEO chant, and Mercedes Money coming up. She's a heel, ladies and gentlemen. We have Mercedes Monet as a heel. We're at this point. People come in putting balloons in the ring as Brittany just stands there. No fear in the world. Disrespectful. Disrespectful to the dentist. What you call herself? What you call herself? I think Isaac. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm sorry. I'm not a fan, particularly of like super svelte women, but there's just something about it. Man, Mercedes Moné looks happy as shit, happier than a pig and shit. Pictures in the ring of Mercedes Moné. Oh, look at the stank face of Mercedes Moné is giving a crowd. Portillo's is mid. Not the Britt Baker. Ah, ooh, that strong wing champion does not look impressive at all compared to the TBS one. Speaking of like the contrast, uh, whoa! Like Britt Baker, she's got the swell thing going on. Doesn't bless her heart, but it's something different. And we just got Monet Mushin. If you don't know, like Black Champion, I see people like proud of that, happy about it. Just mushed her in the face. Eh, mm, that was fun. That was fun. You don't get a lot of like interplay, and I personally enjoyed that. It was a very just like heartfelt. I feel like here, Britt Baker did something that some of the other women haven't been able to do. Willow does it, but it sounds sympathetic when we hear them talking about the struggles that they've been going through. I'm thinking it's Serena D. Heck, Serena D. Excuse me. That was so nice seeing Nana finally get physical. We don't see him do that very often. We're seeing the reviews from Forbidden Door on last Sunday. So good, so freaking good. Oh, looks like you're running back with Kyle Fletcher, Renee, and Osprey. Osprey doesn't look very good. Hmm. Osprey is giving Don Callis respect and appreciation for all that he has brought to Osprey. Osprey is finally asking Don Callis to back the fuck off. Here's my language. So it looks like Osprey is going down that route. Oh, very interesting. Okay, so we just had Don Callis come out. Osprey is just letting him know he's a different person. He's not the same person that he once was. Oh, god damn it. Anyway, got the learning tree segment. I'm just going to talk a little bit about what happened. I don't want to even listen to this at the moment. Osprey is a different person. He's not the person that used Don Callis' help to get Jericho or Kenny Omega. He's a new man, and he's just done with it. So he asked to be let out of it. We got a great little facial something. Something's going on with this. I'm wondering if there's going to be interference in the match tonight. And as Don graciously let Osprey go, he also reminded him. Well, he said that one day he might ask for a favor, and he called off Kyle Fletcher, who had a look with our good man Osprey. All right, let's see what Jericho's going to say. Why is Cheesecake looking at the announce table? We got 4 security people. It's weird how polarizing this character is. So if you did not see the pay-per-view, Hook won with a Judas, what do you call that, a Judas effect? Jericho just popped Taz, calling him a mark. Wow. Okay, way to get heat on Jericho. He's getting Taz. Cheesecake, man. Cheesecake, don't do this, Cheesecake. Cheesecake, come on, man. Cheesecake standing to 2, 3, like tiny looking security members. And the other one, I think that we're calling them pound cake. Fruit cake? I like pound cake. Pound cake, cheesecake. All right, so we got Taz leaving the officiating table. We have Jericho sitting down. Again, I can say it's amazing how Jericho took the belt off of Hook, went through this whole series where he was winning, and then he lets Hook get over, but he still keeps the belt. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. I marked out for Shibata. I was so excited to see him at the pay per view and Hook. I love these guys as a trio. They work. Oh, and it looks like Hook has my heart. Crowd is sign in the crowd. I like Hook in these black trunks and black boots. Tony Schiavone has been in the business since the 50s. From the 50s, if he was a teenager, maybe. Holy shit. Who are we seeing? Oh, Cage of Agony versus this. Hopefully, will be good if they give it time and they let them show out. They look very, very good, man. All right, so we have the Cage of Agony coming out. Brian Cage, Toa Leone, and why am I blanking on? I keep wanting to say Prince something. Give me a second, it'll come back. I'm going to try to listen a little bit to the. I don't want to, but I'm going to listen a little bit to the commentary to see what is being said by Chris Jericho. All right, we got Joe Toa Leone going at it. I'm shocked we're not getting meat chance. These two are some big, meaty men. Joe with a simple step. Quick step going off of the rope, but Toa Leone knocks him onto the ground. Big punches, right hand punches. Now 2 in a row left. Now we have the meat chance going. Being reminded by the Brodely Reebok sneakers. Ooh, good elbows, drop. Now punches through the chest of Toa Leone from Samoa Joe. Big enziguri to the side of the head to Toa Leone. Oh, this is going to be a fast match. Not sure. I mean, it's a television match. You can't have it go too crazy. But anyway, we got Shibata coming in, going against Cage. Shibata just threw Cage into the corner and gave him a kick. Elbows, elbows, elbows. Got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 into the side of Cage's head. Shibata comes up but gets posted by big old Cage as he does a shoulder tackle or a shoulder block off of Shibata. Into a waist lock, but Shibata kind of rolls him over and gets the leg as Cage gets over to the rope, grabs the rope, and gets out of it. But Shibata pulls Brian Cage all the way over to the other side of the ring, controlling the leg. They just do a wishbone, make a wishbone on Brian Cage. Hooks now in the ring. Brian Cage is powered, hooked into the enemy's corner. Why can't I think of this man's name? Prince Leon? No. Prince. The unfortunate thing right now is instead of focusing on a match, the commentary are focusing on each other. Going to picture as we have Hook go out into the, or knocked out into the, out of the ring. Hey, Leona is just brutalizing Hook outside and into the corner with the ref screaming at him to get back to the ring. We got Cheesecake back into the audience. They must have gotten Taz out of here. Woo! That was a wonderful, not for Hook, but that was a really wonderful slam of Taylor. Bishop Khan. There we go. Khan! Star Trek reference. Khan! All right, Bishop Khan has got Hook up on his shoulders, but Hook gets out of it and tags in Shibata. Not a hot tag. This is a good tag to get him out of the corner. Got a chop battle. This is a King's Road-esque chop battle between Shibata and Prince Khan. Shibata is just overwhelming Prince Khan. Oh, fishes! They're like the machine gun chops from Eddie, but with a bit more oomph to them. Shibata gets tossed off the ropes, but instead of bouncing off of them, he makes sure he holds himself up. But Prince Khan pulls him out of off of the turnbuckle, off of the side apron, and he lands on his back, with giving Toa Leone a chance to do a standing backsplash onto Shibata, straight to the apron. Khan gets him back into the ring. Shibata back into the ring. Goes for a pin attempt, but only gets 2. And it looks like he's tagging in Brian Cage. Khan just whipped Shibata off of the ring ropes, and after knocking him to the ground, just gave him a big old punch to the back of Shibata. Toa Leone just gave a scoop slam to Shibata, a big diving headbutt to Shibata on the ground. It looks like we're coming back from picture in picture. Toa Leone with that neck pinch, which it's a very difficult move for me to really appreciate. I have to imagine it hurts, and yet Shibata with punches in the Taylor's chest as he muscles his way out of Toleone's power move. Off the ropes, Toleone. It's very hard to do this, ladies and gentlemen. But Toleone whipped Shibata into the ring ropes, tried to get him into a position on his shoulder, but Toleone jumped out of it. Now, Shibata managed to get himself out and tag in Hook. Hook is trying very hard here. He's throwing himself around, knowing that he has to use more than just his power to get these guys down. He's using his speed. He's using his inertia. He's throwing himself into different things, trying to get Toleone up, but that wasn't going to happen. Toleone tries to get Hook up into a slam, but instead Hook powered out of it, but got blistering hurt from it. Khan just put him on his shoulders, slammed him to the ground, tried to get a two, but Hook did kick out of it. Trying to push Hook into the enemy's corner, Cage tried to get a punch on Hook, but Hook's got out of it quickly. The Cage knocked him over to the side, and Prince Khan Toleone gave a big old slam to Hook. Joe's pissed off here. He gets himself in there, knocks Toleone out, knocks Khan outside of the ring. Big old pounce from Toleone to Joe, and Joe is knocked over. But Shibata comes in with a kick, tries to get a kick on Cage, but Cage blocks it, knocks him, and up on his shoulders, giving him not a Death Valley driver. Oh, I can't think of it. It's like the spin. Looking to do the same thing on Hook, but instead Hook slides into a DDT. On Brian Cage. Now we get the hot tag to Joe. Joe comes in, knocks down Khan, knocks down Leone. Scoops got slammed to Khan, gets out of the way of a elbow from Leone. Swings Joe into the corner, but Joe gets an STO onto Leone. An atomic drop on Cage with a kick gets Cage out of the ring. Joe calling in Hook and Shibata. Joe's slingshots Hook into Leone. Then Leone does it for Joe. Now we get a drop kick from Shibata. We have a nice little double suplex with a sit-out senton from Joe to Leone. But Khan breaks up the pin attempt, and now everybody is in the ring. The tag klaxon went off. And everybody's in the ring. It looks like the bad guys are doing a triple move where Khan and Bishop Leone had Hook up for suplexes, but instead Shibata, Joe, and Hook choke out each and every one of the Cage of Agony members, and they win. Trying my best there, guys, but we're an hour and 20 minutes in. Whew. It gets difficult. At least these guys get breaks in between different matches. While jaw jacking with Jericho, Big Bill and Brian Keith come in. Is Brian Keith really hurt? What is wrong where you can wear a sling and yet he's not hurt? So then what? What was the point of that? Brian Keith just used the metal chair to take out Shibata. Oh, it looks like they're going to Pillmanize Shibata. And they do it. They do it. Now Jericho is slowly whipping Hook with his belt. I don't honestly know who's more. We got a big old chair shot from Big Bell to Joe, 2 in a row, as Joe is laid out over the steel steps. Big Bill looks a little awkward in black jeans. Big Bill muscling up Hook. And we have, they call it a knuckle duster. I know it is not, what do I know it as? Brass knuckles. Is this going to lead to a one-on-one between Hook and Jericho where Hook gets the belt back? I don't think so. This is the one time where bringing in a table, this crowd is decidedly against Jericho. Brian Keith is slid in the table. This segment's going pretty long. This is all looks like it's all to get Hook singled out as we have Joe and Shibata rolled out of the ring. Big Bill's got Hook up for a huge choke slam. He's got a very big choke slam on that Hook. That's the first time I've ever done it, Trump. It's a huge choke slam. Like if Brian Bill had like a douchey, like happy guy character, it did dumb shit. If he just did that, it would be brilliant. But as it stands, I still don't know how I feel. Well, no, I know how I feel. I don't like Big Bill in this group. Hey, Robert. Well, as I was mentioning, it was a point that I was trying to make with the what happened? Oh, one of the reasons why I think the Britt Baker conversation really like touched me is I had a period between 2016 and last year, so 6 years, where I had what is known as a urethral stricture. It's basically a blockage of the urethra, and I wasn't able to urinate. There were periods in time in which I couldn't urinate at all, and I won't go through the whole story, but I will say that ultimately it was a very serious, potentially deadly complication that I lived through, but it was a painful one. And I got to tell you, there were some moments in time where the pain that I existed in was so much that I don't know if I even really wanted to live. Like I just wanted to escape the pain. But I actually prayed, and I don't tend to pray for myself. I tend to be a person that likes to pray for other people. I don't. I already get lots of blessings, and I hope that whatever favor comes from praying for me will be delivered to other people. But this was one time where I asked the great being or whatever you choose to believe in, whether it's just a great connection of energy that flows through all things, or if you believe in a God that's omnipresent but has decided to consider himself male. Um, and no judgment. And man, I prayed that I would be delivered from that, or at least understood why I was going through that kind of pain. And I lived a miserable life. And I also had a period of time, 2 years, where I thought I would be going to prison, and came very close when I was in Taiwan due to 4 marijuana plants. So anyway, the point of that is I know what it's like to go through those hard times and where you you live through something just that makes you feel like brings the color out of life itself. And truthfully, it was really, really rough. So I understand that whole thing about the past and it being a lesson, and to appreciate the present as a gift, because we are never ever really assured that we will have today. Every single one of us has the chance, the possibility that tomorrow, not even tomorrow, that this is your last second. So it resonated with me, and I really liked that it was from the heart. It really bugs me though that there were people that it's not like one, maybe two people that were trying to do some douchey stuff, but such and such. All right, so we got 30 minutes left into this match. We have Jeff Jarrett coming out. It's very interesting to me how people have like wanting to have younger people be featured in a match like this for the Owen Hart tournament. Yet last week, when there was the possibility of Danny going to, or not, I don't think it's a real possibility, but when they had the whole thing with MJF and Danny and the possibility of him going to Daniel Garcia, going to All In, like there was a big fervor. There's been a lot of voices who are like, "Well, I don't think he's ready." But what's the point of this competition if it wouldn't be to get somebody into that spot? And what, like, if Danny was about it, wouldn't people cheer for him? But I don't know. I don't know. It's the AEW's fan base. All right, so we have Hangman Page. It is Hangman Page. I think they made a mistake. They gave away him coming back. But we have Hangman Adam Page coming back. Let's see how he's looking, Mr. Cowboy Shit himself. We haven't seen him since Revolution. I'm getting a notice in my headset about this. We have Hangman Adam Page coming back with a brand new theme. I don't particularly care for the new theme, but it might just be because it's so new. I really like the other one that started with the horses. It feels a little anticlimactic, I have to say. I think giving it away, whether it was on Rampage or Collision, I forget. But doing that vignette took a little bit of the fire away from what this could be. All right, so we have a lockup between Hangman Adam Page and Jeff Jarrett. This makes the most sense considering that Jeff Jarrett has lovely blue eyes. This makes the most sense considering the last time we saw Hangman, he was tussling with Swerve and as a heel. If they, what if Hangman goes over here and then goes over Danielson, and then we have Hangman Swerve at All In? Punches from Hangman to Jarrett, and Jarrett has a beautiful work punch. He's working that old Memphis style. I wish he would teach that to other members on the roster. Ooh, big old kick to the head of Jeff Jarrett. And now we have Hangman to the back of the neck of Jeff Jarrett. Big kick to the ribs while Jarrett is on the ground. Kicks after kicks. We got 4 or 5 in a row. Hangman Adam Page looking a big vicious in the ring. But Hangman tries to get a punch on his Jarrett. Jarrett blocks it off, runs off, and gets a kick while Hangman was hanging over the second ring. But Hangman comes back and knocks the F out of Jeff Jarrett. Larry is Jeff Jarrett, putting him on his back. Well, I don't know if you see this, but mofos are already doing firecrackers outside. It's not the fourth, people. Scoop slam from Hangman. Excuse me, a fallaway slam from Hangman to Jeff Jarrett. Right. Is there seats for here? Sorry. All right. Jeff Jarrett, Hangman just power bomb Jeff Jarrett into the edge of the apron. And now with Jeff Jarrett standing right next to the ring steps, Hangman is slamming Jeff Jarrett's head repeatedly. What is that? 5, 6, 7 times into the side of the ring steel steps. Shivani is questioning what is Hangman here doing. Is he making a statement? Is he trying to win? What is the reason for this viciousness? Hangman goes in, breaks the count, and he's got Jeff Jarrett. Oh, a DDT onto the ring steel steps. Hangman Adam Page is relaxing a wee bit off of the off of the apron. They're yelling. They're trying to get into Hangman's head by yelling out, "Whose house? Swerve's house." And Hangman's a little pissed off. His jaw jacking back to the crowd, pushing Jarrett into the ring. He's putting somebody out. Somebody in the ring out. Trying to get a Let's Go Jarrett chair going. Let's go, Jarrett. I'm not sure what they're saying. Woo! Very, very good. Booing Hangman as he does a Larry to Jeff and does a very, very lazy, disrespectful pin onto Jarrett. Let's go, Jarrett. Let's go, Jarrett. Hangman. That's what it was. So it looks like Jarrett's trying to come back, punches to the stomach, punches to the head of Hangman Adam Page. Hangman slingshots Jarrett off of the rope. Jarrett does what do you call that? He jumps over Hangman and tries to get a pin attempt. Sunset flip. There we go. Sunset flip onto Hangman Adam Page. Hard punches. Hangman has some good punches himself, actually. Actually, Hangman does. He does have some very good punches. Punches the size of the head. Jeff Jarrett, after being beaten, he's still fighting back. With a slingshot of Hangman Adam Page. Anyway, after running the ropes, Jarrett blocks a lariat and knocks Hangman onto the ground. But Hangman gets out on the apron. Jarrett's now on the apron. They're going back and forth with punches. Hangman Adam Page is biting biting Jarrett on the head. Hangman looks good. Hangman looks good. It looks like he might be going for a Deadeye onto Jeff Jarrett. But instead, we get a stroke from Jeff Jarrett onto Hangman Adam Page onto the ring apron. Not the hardest part of the ring, like anything. We got a count of 7 for both of Hangman Adam Page and Jeff Jarrett on the ropes. 8 on Jeff Jarrett, 9 Hangman Page is back in the ring himself. Leave forever. You got BWC in the crowd. Jeff Jarrett's got some energy going again. Punches. Great work punches from Jarrett to Hangman. Russian really sweep onto the ground. It was like Jeff Jarrett might be going for a figure 4, but Hangman does an up kick. And Seguri from Jeff Jarrett. What? I have not seen him do that in a long time. Not something I typically think about when it comes to Jeff Jarrett. Looks like Jeff Jarrett was going for a stroke, but instead Hangman pushes him off the ropes. Hangman looks like he's going for a Deadeye, but instead Jeff Jarrett rolls him over, and now he's going for a figure 4. But Hangman Adam Page does some punches up into his head, up into Jeff's head, and finally gets the Deadeye on Jeff Jarrett. Really, he should be going for the cover here, but instead, Hangman Adam Page is looking around. What is he going to? Oh, I know. I feel you. He's trying to make a statement. We got chance of whose house, Swerve's house again. As you, Robert, I see what you're saying CM Punk was Hangman's best feud. But I personally think Hangman, at least from what I've seen, my understanding is Hangman had a wonderful series when it came to Omega and Bucks. I remember the tail end of it, which was really amazing. But I personally think like Hangman had a amazing feud with Swerve. And I don't really blame Hangman when it comes to Punk itself. Punk's a big boy. Like, it's difficult to believe. Like one comment can like arse him so much. Oh, it looks like Hangman went for a buckshot lariat, and he gets the sharpshooter. We got a sharpshooter from Jeff Jarrett on the Hangman Adam Page. Will he get him? Will he get him though? The crowd is coming up for this. People do not. Wow, there are people who don't want this. Hangman Adam Page grabs the rope, however, and Jeff Jarrett has to let it go. Jeff Jarrett praying to the Lord like he's found himself in church after having sex with a bag lady. What is Bree-woo. Bree-woo. Bree-woo forever. That's an inventive sign, whoever that is. Hangman Adam Page with a buckshot lariat. That was a big one. And instead of just taking a pin, he is punching Jeff Jarrett in the head. Jeff Jarrett is out. You can see that Jeff Jarrett is out. And instead, he goes up and he gives him a second Deadeye. Is he? Yes, a second Deadeye after the lariat. And Hangman wins this. All right. Wow. what a way to make it seem like there was even a small opportunity for Jeff Jarrett. If Jeff Jarrett had just done this, and it was anybody else, I have to imagine that you wouldn't have believed you would have believed Jeff Jarrett would have won, just with the heart and the emotion that he's feeling. But having Hangman Adam Page come in, and again, I wish they just had let it happen. Little issue aside, having him come in here, this automatically puts heat on Hangman Adam Page. We know, like you already heard the chants, people want to see a round 3. And if this builds up to something like that, amazing. We're going to the back here, though, with Hook suffering from the issues from before. We got Big Bill coming in. Someone just threw a fireball into Hook's face. I have to say here, the nurse. Oh, the nurse. She didn't sell that very, very well. Are you okay? Uh, like Brandon, get some water or something. Get a towel. Scream for help or something. But anyway, all right. So let's see what we got here. Oh, I don't know about that. Jeff Jarrett has done a lot in the industry. It's a shame that he's gotten away from the magic that was when he first came out. If you don't remember, Jeff Jarrett and his group was very over and had some series of matches when he first started that like really impressed people. Impressed me. It impressed me. I didn't. I don't know. I only know that he came from WWE after being there. What was it? He was working on like the stadiums, anyway, he was doing like the live events, and he came over to AEW at that time, and I was thinking, what is he going to do? I know of his work from early TNA days, but that's about it. When he was like perennially getting himself over, when he came in though, and it was him, Jarrett, and excuse me, him, Jay Lethal, and Satnam Singh. They had several good matches. Now, the Chainsaw Massacre match, that unfortunately was not one of the better ones. But considering I learned, or at least it was reported that the people didn't know what was happening up until the day of the event, you kind of have to put the blame on the people who are booking that match. And I appreciate that, but don't worry, don't worry. As time goes on, I'll be working to get people who, may be interested in my particular style of. This is more. I realize this is more of a play-by-play, and kind of a deep introspection into these things versus, I don't know, just watching it, or at least watching it as things go on, because I really like to focus on what's happening. And I would argue, I see what you're saying, and there will probably be a lot of people who agree with that. But I do think, and from what we heard here is from the audience, is they want to see him go against Swerve, and that's his blood feud right now. I still really wish they would have gotten. Swerve would have gotten a belt when they had that whole 3-way with Samoa Joe. I feel like that was such a perfect opportunity, but it wasn't. They didn't do it then. In any case, looks like there might be bringing up the threat. Now, Hangman can win, and then you have a perfect setup for. You have a perfect setup. Oh, we're getting words from Hangman and Page. Pacing back and forth, looking all. Hangman doesn't look super happy to be seen. Doesn't look particularly happy. Matthew and Nicholas Jackson together. So we have Hangman getting into Matt's face and telling him that he's not their puppet. He pushed away Nicholas. Nicholas mentioning that's embarrassing. So yes, you have so many opportunities here. If Hangman wins, you have him going against um, Swerve. Now, losing 3-0 in a feud would be brutal, but it could happen. Then you also have Danielson, which is still a strong possibility. And Danielson gets in, well, you just have an amazing match. And possibly another one that sets up Swerve as the king of AEW, especially if he wins over. Sorry, if Swerve wins over Danielson. So I like this. I think this is very, very powerful right now. Doesn't need to, but it's what a lot of people want to see. And with Hangman having that chip on his shoulder, it gives him something to do. Now it doesn't mean that they unnecessarily do it at the All In. However, it gives him a great it gives it more gravitas, the final, and it might go into seeing how Hangman like is further eroded. Like you have him now saying that he's not the puppet of the elite, but does he find himself back with the elite after all of this? Don't know, and that's part of it. Is like having multiple stories, where multiple possibilities to make you wonder, like what just will happen. I like the fact that Osprey feels like if you look at him, he feels like he's been diminished just a little bit. Impossible. I don't know why I don't pay much attention to the reason why. Oh, it's very cool. You have that guy who cosplay Osprey coming in. And, Osprey has a few versions. Yeah. What you realize about AEW fandom is that there is no one. I don't think you can particularly listen to fans because there's no one unifying voice. Like I think the nature of AEW itself, having so many big stars and so many people that people like, overall hodgepodge of things, there's no one consensus. It's you can't listen to the fans. There's no one fan voice. There's no one fan voice. There are people that love Moxley. I personally, after the pay-per-view, I was about to go away for just 6 months. And it's like things like that. Uh, People like BCC. I could see BCC. I was hoping that they were going to do something with Claudio and Danielson. So there's something right there. Like you could have, I don't know if that's all in ready, maybe all in out, but Claudio and Danielson doing a civil war, they're fighting for the soul of BCC. At the moment, I don't know if that's even a story. All right, so we got the match just started. Osprey and Daniel inside the ring. Got a big shoulder block off of Osprey onto Daniels, and they're starting off hot. Whoa! We got a huge chop from Osprey to Daniel Garcia. MJF is out with Daniel on this corner. I'm I'm so curious where MJF is going. Like considering his match at the pay per view, I'm just so unsure. All right, so we have a bunch of. It's going very, very quickly here. The two members going back and forth, moving in and out of. We got a hip toss from Danny Garcia, up kick from Ospreay, but side headlock takeover into the knees. They are sliding in and out of different moves. He's got the head scissors on. Oh! There's like a mini pile driver. What is that? That was beautiful. I have never seen that before. Daniel Garcia, again, Ospreay looks beat up. Daniel looks fresh. He's in there, and it looks like he is a fresher man. And it looks like Ospreay really has his, what do you say, his balloon deflated somewhat. People doing Ospreay chant. Ospreay. See the drop kick into the back of Ospreay. Tries to get a pin attempt on him, but it's only a 1. You got a head scissors or vice. Oh, sorry, more of a head vice onto Ospreay. Got Let's Go Danny chant. Woo! Very nice. Neck breaker. On from Daniel onto Ospreay. He is targeting the neck. That's what you're gonna do. If the neck is taped up, if the neck is hurting, go for the neck. Daniel Garcia on a top rope, getting punches into Ospreay. Oh, it's 4. Daniel Ospreay gets out of it, hangs Daniel on a rope, gives him a kick to the head. Now do a over the top rope cross body onto Garcia on the floor. With MJF trying to get Garcia, giving him a little bit of encouragement. MJF is going to steal on the Ospreay, but MJF throws his hands up and moves out of the way. Ospreay is not turning to heel anytime soon. There's no reason for him to. He just got away from the Don Callis family. So what does this mean for MJF being out there? Someone tried to do a whose house swerve house. Not the match, bro. Not the match. All right, so Ospreay's got Daniel back into the ring. Just gave him a nice little slam and knee to the side of Daniel Garcia's head. I always forget there's like when we're picture. You see the match slow down a little bit. Woo! Oh, I don't. That was a chop. That was a chop from Ospreay to Daniel Garcia. You heard that. I felt that. Bryce Wormsberg is holding his check. He felt that. Cocky pin from Ospreay. What is that about? Asking him, is that what you got? Is that what you got? Daniel Garcia shaking his head and saying, no. Elbows, 4, 5, 6. Blocked off at the 7th elbow, and Ospreay comes back with an uppercut. Ospreay still looking a bit down in the dumps, I guess you would say. But Garcia, you can feel like he's outclassing Garcia. Had a bit of a MJF said you still got some life in you. Ospreay knees Garcia in the side. The Garcia comes back with a bunch of punches. Ospreay yelling, "Come on, Buffalo boy!" Holding him by the hand, chop Daniel Garcia onto the ground. Ospreay does. Ospreay, like Pop earlier in the match, early in the day, has control of that wrist. And as we learned from Taz, when you have control of the wrist, you can really move around your opponent. Got 3 minutes left on this match, the main event match. We just came back to picture in picture. Got Osprey is just lording over Garcia. Chops, chops, chops. Garcia is knocked to the ground. He's walking. Garcia's slow to get back up. Garcia is looking out of it. You get a shot of MJF as he's looking on. MJF is trying to pump up the crowd a little bit. Garcia's saying no. Garcia's trying to get up in the corner. He's up. Another chop from Osprey puts Garcia down. Garcia's like hung over the stick ring rope. And he's trying to get himself pumped up and out of it. Taps Garcia, he's saying no. He's pumping up. He's getting his little bit of his energy back. Coming back. Punches to Osprey. Punches 6, 7, 8. But with Osprey in the corner, Roseberg pushes Garcia out of the ring. Kick to Osprey, and Osprey does a neck breaker. A rolling neck breaker. 2 in a row. Gets Osprey up for a third one. Doesn't get it. Osprey goes up and over. Garcia up and over. Oh, a wonderful DDT from Garcia to Osprey. Another neck breaker. He got that third one to Osprey. 1, 2. Again, he's fighting that neck. Look, you got the neck picked up. Go after the neck. And that is what Daniel Garcia is doing. You see the Canelo tape. The tension in Osprey. You already see that he is somewhat deflated. Fight, fight, fight. Push, kill, go after the neck. Osprey pushes down Garcia into the side, brings the corner. Tries to get. Whoa! After a little bit of a tussle, Osprey gets up and manages to get to the top rope. Comes over with a fly crossbody block. Trisha Dora. We're really seeing Trisha Dora versus Tony Storm. Interesting. We're going to have Big White Hammond out of page during collision. That should be a good one. Very, very good. I'm very happy to see that. Will Nightingale and Mariah May. Oh, well, here's the Calgary. Little kicks from Osprey to Garcia. I like this shark swimming around on the barricade. That's a nice right there. More of those kicks to Garcia to the head. Not really hurting him, but picking him off a little bit. Garcia gets up. Osprey is giving Garcia a free load. He's like, come on, boy. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Kawada style. All right. We got some pumps into Osprey's head. Pumps into Osprey's head. And with a nice little suplex from Garcia to Osprey. Well, we get a cold red from Osprey to Daniel Garcia. Goes into a point tap. Only gets 2. Only gets 2. 1, 2, and then he kicks out of it. That was a very interesting variation of Code Red. Osprey's got a double underhook onto Garcia, but Garcia flies out of it. What was that? It was an implant DDT? What was that? A butterfly implant DDT onto Osprey from Daniel Garcia. I think we have an overrun. Garcia, Daniel, both on the mat. It was actually Osprey who was on the mat. Garcia was the one that delivered that power move. He wasn't able to get the final pin on Osprey. Another attempt for some kind of suplex, but instead Osprey drops into it, gets the attempt himself, but only gets 2. Kick on Garcia. Osprey with that flip over and a kick onto Garcia. Looks like he's trying to get a shoulder thing. Whoa! Hard to even explain that went so very fast, but it ended up with Osprey onto Garcia with a pin attempt to the Styles Clash. That's the second time that I think we've seen the style clash from Oscar. When do we have the next match for the Dynamite Golden Ring? Is it about time that we had that match? All right, so Garcia kicked out of that wonderful move, and Osprey pulls off his shoulder, sorry, his elbow pad. Looks like he's going to go for the hidden blade, but instead, oh! It was like we got a choke from Garcia onto Osprey. Beautiful counter. Beautiful counter. Osprey stands up out of it. He tries to get to the ring, but instead, oh my gosh, Daniel swings over and gets into a guillotine. But instead, Osprey gets up and out of it, slams Garcia onto his chest. Looks like he's going for Stormbreaker, but Garcia gets out of it. They're exchanging. Oh, it looks like Osprey went for an Oscar, but Daniel Garcia said no. Oh, driver! 1, 2, 2.99999 as Osprey gets his shoulder up. Woo! Oh, this is a slightly different match that we see from Osprey. You got 80 club chance coming from Osprey. People are standing up. This is a slightly different match style than we see from Osprey. This is typical. MJF is offering the Dynamite Diamond Ring to Garcia, who picks it up. But instead of taking it, is it still in his hand? They're changing a bunch of pin submissions. Lariat from Garcia to Osprey. Danny, use the ring. Danny, he's taking way too much time. Too much time. Danny Garcia gives it back to MJF. And Osprey's like, oh, and he's hitting blade out of nowhere. I have to give it up. That was very good. It was a slightly different style. MJF was trying to get Dan Garcia to do the heelish thing, but Garcia gave the ring back to MJF, and while we didn't see it, out of the blind spot, we had Osprey just wham Garcia and gets the 1, 2, 3. MJF is shockingly pissed off. I think this is a little bit of a missed opportunity myself. I would have loved to have seen Osprey lose here and to just be in a very rough place. Really, the volume's down. Testing. Huh. No worries. I'm going to have to listen back to this and see. The meter says it's doing pretty well. We had some encouraging words from Garcia. We had encouraging words from Garcia to Osprey. Sorry, Osprey to Garcia. And Garcia looks defeated. I don't know. I don't pay much attention to the Dirty, so I don't know Hangman to be gone due to Hangman being gone. I don't think I'm going to be watching Ring of Honor too much anymore. I missed like the last 2 episodes, and like I canceled my subscription after the pay-per-view, I think that's going to be the last thing I watch from Ring of Honor for a while. Just nothing's being done with it. Maybe one day when they come back and they decide to do something more with it. Oh, we just had MJF. We just had MJF. Oh, okay. Yeah, no. Anyway, we just had MJF kick Danny in his ding dongs. Why is MJF's shirt messy? Danny Garcia. We just had Daddy Magic. Daddy Magic hilariously come in and try to help out Danny, but gets immediately taken out. MJF just spat on Danny. Oh! And with an impressive shot, knocked Daniel Garcia out. When are we getting the match for the Dynamite Gold? Did we do it this year? I don't feel like we did. No problem at all. Hopefully that's fixed. I was wondering why the monitor on the device wasn't lighting up, and yet inside of the app, it looks like that the levels are okay. We've opened up Daniel Garcia. Now security people are coming in, and MJF is knocking them out 4 in a row. They're really, really working to get MJF over as a heel again. Oh, Danny, MJF. We're like 10 minutes on the overrun. And not only did MJF Hakalugi onto Dan. Oh, gross. Gross. You can see the spittle on Daniel Garcia's mouth. And he just blew a snot rocket on him as well. MJF has got Daniel Garcia up for something, but instead he just tosses Danny Garcia to the ground. Oh, Daddy Magic as well is busted open. MJF puts Daniel Garcia up on his second rope. What is he going for? This looks dangerous as all fuck. Why? Like, refs, get in there. Whoa! An avalanche. Pile driver. No, what are they doing? Max is still going after it, pushing the refs away and beating the F out of Daniel Garcia. MJF was yelling right now to Ospreay, and then he just pussyfooted out of the ring. He's got Cheesecake follow him. Cheesecake, don't follow him. Cheesecake, don't give him anything. Notice Cheesecake is a professional. He sees that the camera is following MJF, and he gets out of the way of it. Cheesecake, I see you, Cheesecake. Whoa, MJF was just pouring trash onto some people. I got head to head. I hope that was a plant because he was just getting head to head. This is the time you do a stretcher job. This is the time you do a stretcher job. You have what's his name? I can't think of his name. The fallen angel. He was just yelling at Osprey that they will handle it. That this has gone beyond the ring. They make it sound very serious. It is very serious. Woo! All right. Wow, what an episode. What an episode. I have to say, I have to look that back, but I enjoyed a lot of that. I enjoyed a lot of that. My gut is telling me that was an A minus, possibly a B plus, but I want to. It's very difficult when you're in the heat of it. Oh, we heard a little bit of what was going on, but that's a heavy angle to end on. Heavy match, heavy angle. And like I said, I was really impressed to see Osprey doing something a little bit different. His television style can be very much like his like a mini epic, or like we saw a full Osprey match at the pay-per-view. I didn't even realize when it was over that I was watching it for like 20 plus minutes. I think it went to 27 minutes. And it feels like he tries to do those on TV, and you can't. You'll burn people out. But this was more of a TV style match. And with Daniel's style, it felt like this was more akin to, not as strong as the one with Kyle O'Reilly, but this was more akin to a style with that. And I'm always happy to see him doing something a little bit different. I hope that he continues on that path. And the final angle with MJF, deserving, that was pretty intense. All right, so I have a lot to do. I really appreciate anybody and everybody who's come along and watched this today. Thank you very much, Robert. Thank you very much, Grandma. And I hope I get to see you all again next time. Goodbye, everybody.